Thank you for tuning in for the second video of this 4-part series on Active Travel Planning 101, before, during, and after your walk, ride, or roll. This video series is part of our Safe Routes to Parks and Healthy Retail initiative funded by Sacramento County Public Health. In the last video, you learned how to use a variety of tools to plan your next walking, cycling, or rolling trip. Now it's time to go over some important safety tips and checks before you head out the door. First, we will cover cycling and rolling specific tips and checks. Then we will cover general safety information, no matter if you are walking, cycling, or rolling. Avoid injuries and equipment malfunctions by doing an ABC quick check before every ride to make sure your bike is functioning properly. Let's walk through the steps. A is for air. Check the air in your tires by pressing on the tire with your thumb. If the tire feels soft, add some air. Look for PSI on your tire to know how much air pressure to add. B is for brakes. Give your brakes a good squeeze. Lift up the front of your bike, spin your wheel, and apply the front brake. Make sure the brakes do not hit the handlebars when braking. Repeat with the back wheel and back brake. Inspect your brake pads located by your tires to make sure there is enough padding to touch the tire when you brake and when the brake pads are clean. C is for crank, chain, and cassette. Spin your pedals backwards to make sure the chain runs smoothly unless you are riding a coaster brake bicycle. Inspect your chain to make sure it is free of rust and buildup. If you have gears, test them out by shifting through the gear levels. You should be able to shift with ease. If shifting is challenging, you may need to add a small amount of oil to your chain. Quick is for quick release. Your bike may have a quick release lever on the bike frame by your tires. This allows you to take the tires on and off when you need to change a flat. Make sure the quick release is securely closed. If you have a quick release under your seat, check to see it is closed and not loose. And finally, check. As you ride, listen for any odd clicking, grinding, or rubbing sounds that might indicate more maintenance is needed. Stop by your local bike shop for a tune-up. Check out this video for a live-action ABC Quick Check demo and follow along with your own bike. Regular maintenance and quick checks for manual wheelchairs is also essential. Check out SCI Active Network's YouTube channel to follow along with their wheelchair safety and repair experts for some do-it-yourself maintenance tips. You will need a properly fitting helmet if you are cycling or using any other type of human-powered wheels that are not a mobility device. To make sure your helmet fits securely, perform a quick do-it-yourself fit test. Eyes. Fit the helmet securely on your head and look up. You should see the bottom rim of your helmet. You can also make sure your helmet is on properly by fitting about 2 fingers between your eyebrows and the bottom rim of the helmet. Ears. Make sure the straps form a V under your ears when buckled. Chin. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Does the helmet hug your head? If not, you will need to tighten the straps. You can also check to make sure your chin strap is tight enough yet still comfortable by fitting 1 finger between your chin and the strap. Aside from wearing a properly fitting helmet, if you are using any form of wheels that is not a mobility device, such as a skateboard, roller skates, or scooter, the U.S. National Safety Council recommends you always use additional protective gear, such as elbow and knee pads, gloves, and wrist guards. You can also avoid injuries by regularly checking your equipment for signs of wear and tear and tightening your wheels if needed. Before you head out on your walk, ride, or roll, there are a few more tips and checks to review to ensure you stay safe and comfortable. One of the most important things you can do to stay safe while walking, cycling, or rolling is making yourself as visible as possible to drivers. No matter if you are out during the daytime or at night, it is always a good idea to wear bright-colored clothing to make sure drivers are easily alerted to your presence. During evening hours or at night especially, it is also important to have lights and/or reflective clothing. According to California Vehicle Code, if you are cycling, a white headlight visible from the front must be attached to the bicycle or the bicyclist. In addition, code requires reflectors to be visible from the front, back, and side. If you are using a wheelchair, you may consider attaching a flag or using headlights and flashing tail lights to increase your visibility to drivers. One final thing you can do to make sure you stay safe and comfortable is check the weather forecast. If it's sunny or hot, make sure you are prepared with plenty of water, sunscreen, a hat, and any other protective gear. If it's rainy, be extra cautious of slippery surfaces and out-of-control drivers. Congratulations, you are officially ready to walk or ride. Stay tuned for the next video to learn about accessing bus and light rail with your bicycle or mobility device and more general traffic safety information.